feel that those around Ibori were not very good and that he need to distance himself from the Ibori new image? Do you agree? What do you think about that kind of thought? It's a secret thought that he has not publicly expressed.
That would be unfortunate. What do you mean by they were not good? What do you mean they were not good? They were good. There's no family.
He thought that they betrayed, misled Ibori into trouble, and that the very people who made Ibori fall into trouble cannot be the people he wants to associate with. These are secret thoughts that I'm beginning to tell you today. What's your thought about it? Is it not fair, therefore, to listen to his own point of view?
No. You see, Ibori left as a governor. People were with him, including myself. So who were the bad guys? It's unfortunate that one man cannot say all these others are bad guys. Then you are the bad guy. That's the reason. How can you now? Yes, it's true. You became governor. Even if you want to change, there's a transition to it. You know, the human being, you cannot transform the human being 360 degrees. You will have a hyper collapse. The human being, you manage the human being. The human being is not like a machine or two or whatever that you can manipulate. Let us say it failed. So how did you correct it? By punishing them? How did you punish them? No, what he was trying to do was to create his own dynasty. That was what he was trying to do.
How did you feel? You were the kingmaker. You virtually, you were a kingmaker among men, and in fact, a powerful one at that in Delta. Do you think today, from the very moment you made Uduaghan a candidate of PDP, do you regret the decision you made on that day, considering how Uduaghan performed?
Of course.
And the outcome of his government?
Of course.
Have you apologized to Delta?
Delta? I've always done that. Do you know, let me tell you something. When I was attacked the first time, I didn't know that I was going to go to that level. They say, you don't know this man. I said, okay, you say you don't know him. Let me tell you, my brother, what really informed me. Let me tell you today. Because he's a medical doctor, I said, this man is going to do well. Because he's brilliant. When we used to talk, he's a very brilliant man. You know what a medical doctor will do? When you have a problem, he comes first. He gives you a palliative. Then after, he gives you the full treatment. So I said, when he might become a governor, that his training will affect his job. I didn't know that we had a monster. It didn't affect his job at all. No, now let me ask you, what was my offense? I didn't do him anything. But what he didn't know is that I have trained myself to understand and bear poverty. Over the years, late Chief Okilo taught me one thing. He trained me to bear difficulty, so I can bear it. And also, the Christian background to say that it's not going to be permanent. Power belongs to God, not man. If not, for the role I played in becoming governor, he should have taken me and said, look, let me bless this man too. But of course, I don't blame him. It's God that blesses us. But God blesses us through people.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Ovueta. Brother Emmanuel Ogidi is the guest, and he says, it's God who blesses us. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. You are still watching Ovueta, and my guest on the show today is Brother Emmanuel Ogidi, who is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party. I like to know him more as a man who has many titles rolled into one, but he collapses them and simply says, call me Brother Emmanuel Ogidi. Now, coming back from the experiences you've had in politics, you are a leader in a state before you became leader of a national leader. You've been part of making presidents. I read in Goodluck Jonathan's book that he simply was invited to Aso Rock, and when he got there, he met President Obasanjo, as stated in his book, and another party leader sitting in a hall, and they simply just told him, he is going to be the vice presidential candidate with Musa Yar'Adua. Looking at the choice of Jonathan Goodluck as president, would you think also that your party made the right choice for the progress of this country?
Yes, yeah, it did. Let me tell you something. You see, this power game, most times people don't understand it. We were like the intermediary in that arrangement. Yes, it is true. You may want to say that Obasanjo was selfish in pursuing that line. But Obasanjo said one thing. Then Obasanjo said that, how will I put it? He wasn't comfortable with Atiku. Atiku was too powerful for him as a vice president. These people who fail in life, I would prefer my somebody to be more powerful than me, but he put me on my toes. Most leaders don't like criticism. That's where they fail. You should like criticism. It's the criticism that will bring out the best in you. But they are too much in the world, they don't want to hear that. They have their vision, they want to run it through. No. But you can still run it through with your men if you take them into confidence. Jonathan came on board. See, let me tell you, Nigeria is not easy to govern. That's what many of us don't understand.
Don't you think it's too simplistic just to call him just vice president?
No, it was not. No. Listen, he went through tutelage, but unfortunately, the tutelage didn't finish the period of tutelage.
So it was a student that dropped out?
No, not him. No. Because he was working as if he was working with Yar'Adua. He needed to finish. You see, when you have finished
his tenure,
yes,
for 4 years, so the premature assumption of office,
yes,
could have affected him.
That's what affected him. Not that it was immature, no. And when he became the driver of the project,
what do you have against Goodluck?
Nothing. Fantastic young man. He tried.
Do you always believe so, or you had this belief after him?
I'm not saying because I'm a no, not because but I know him very well. When he was deputy, in fact, I knew him when he was with the then upper deck. When he was one of the directors there, I've known him. But I can tell you, it's not easy to govern Nigeria.
That statement is such a fact. It's very true. But yet we are not fair to the leaders. Nigerians know and agree that's not easy, but they do not give the chance for the president to even function.
No, there are two different things.
All right.
When you say, I want to change, I have a program, then we should hold you on that.
Absolutely.
Good. So that's why we're holding Buhari on this change.
But in spite of promises, do you also... I understand. I'm going to come to what PDP believes. I'm talking to Brother Emmanuel Ogidi today, and I'm really not in the PDP politics or the APC politics. I'm looking at this nation builder who's been in the trenches at the risk of his life, has been playing the kind of politics and the manner of his capacity to manage and run in difficult terrain. What is your motivation?
You have made it worse for him. This man was a general. Maybe you don't even know his background. Let me tell you, I know his background very well.
Which man is this?
The general, the Buhari today you are talking about. Let me explain to you. When Buhari was in Calabar, they asked him they was ready to overrun Cameroon over the Bakassi issue.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was
a very serious matter. Today we are worried. You are military man, yes. And you're having Boko Haram, you're having headsmen. Where is the military in you? Election came, you militarized election. If he had done that for Boko Haram, and whatever is going on, I will fall in love with him. You see, what I'm trying to say is that he has allowed whatever you want to call it, sectionalism, tribalism, to affect what he's doing. That's why. People may not like it, but if you're a military man, behave like a military when it concerns military. No, is it not a disgrace that we're still discussing Boko Haram today in the Northeast?
No, not such a disgrace for countries. Many difficult wars have been fought in many countries.
You said it's a military. Listen to me.
I get the point, but
no, you didn't get the point. Listen, okay. Sri Lanka. Let's go to Sri Lanka now. Recently, there was an attack. The Minister of Defense came out to say. They got involved, they're going to go into the president did the way he fired the minister first and fired the army chief. You have not seen that play in Nigeria now.
Very difficult terrain, as you have always said.
Look, my brother, there are others who can do this job. Don't tell me this man whose tenure has lapsed. You know that one. All the chiefs tenures have all lapsed till now.
This is the politics of Nigeria that today I will take you into very short.
Please,
but I like to talk to you. I
Yeah.
know that that's your terrain.
Right
That's
now.
where you play.
Because
I am talking to. I talked about you.
Keep removing them until you get the best for the job.
I agree with you. That's very true.